Welcome to season 2 of Remnant Gamers.
This segment has been brought to you by, of course, the Squirt Inquisitor 7000. It ain't the gun that squirts. It's Goat Roper.
This podcast is brought to you by Goat Roper.
Well, I like watching corn.
He likes watching it get shucked. Well, them damn corn shuckers. They at it again.
Corn shuckers.
Down there shucking in the fields. Oh my god.
Exactly. Hashtag corn shuckers.
Can we get like a Golden Corral simulator game?
Golden Corral simulator.
It starts off where you go into Golden Corral and you're like, can I get some mashed potatoes? And the lady's like, ain't no more mashed potatoes, baby, just green beans and corn. And you're like, fuck this, I'm opening my own restaurant. The moose bathwater.
Moose bathwater. It's just a turd in a thimble. Moose is in the Techno Void. Lat has got a camera and a mic that work almost 50% of the time. Jono cleaned up his room, and Chibi is now exactly in sync with her video.
I'm just
I didn't ask to
saying,
get called out like this.
Did I sum that up too well?
Oh, you hit the nail on the head, my man.
That's a big reach.
Nico Dasani.
Nico Dasani.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Silver Monkey.
Alright, we all have that issue with the flying peni, you know?
They're everywhere.
Everywhere. They're just fucking everywhere,
It's worse
you know?
than locusts, honestly.
But you know what you can do? All you have to do is get the floating thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Yes. See, what you do is you get this magical kite that just takes it for you.
Choking 8-year-olds and power bottom and pigeons over here.
I need my safety gear on for this.
You just have to get your mouth guard and you'll be fine.
Here, son, bite down on this. It's easier if you don't clench.
Just take a deep breath and it'll be over in 2 seconds.
Oh, so that's where I was wondering where those copper tubes went.
Oh no, I've had these on me. I don't know where the other copper tubes went.
All I know is I put 3 copper tubes in the storage. You built a wall storage and looked at it, and now the copper tubes are missing from the ship's storage. That's all I know.
What are you trying to say, Moose?
What
are you trying to say, Moose?
I'm trying to say one of us is a copper tube stealing some bitch, and I'm saying that man ain't me. Alright.
Burger!
Oh.
Take burger!
I'm gonna put cheese on it.
Take!
I'm putting cheese on it.
Doesn't need cheese!
It does need cheese.
Burger!
Take these dirty please. I'm making another cheeseburger.
Serve this. Serve this.
Serve that.
Serve this. Serve this.
Now the cheeseburger. Now we need another cheeseburger.
I'm gonna hurt someone.
Speaking of things that aren't coming.
I was gonna say we may need to go ahead and mention that to Ubisoft about Skull and Bones.
About the game that was announced like 10 years ago and we still are never going to get.
Hey, I mean, we're getting there slowly but surely. We'll get it, you know, in year 3000.
Well, it released alpha, so that's a start.
I'm so excited.
That is the stage before beta.
That's a
Yes,
10-year.
that's true.
It's a 10-year
true.
late start. If you're talking turtles in the hair, then some of the bitch gonna win the race already.
My worry with this, though, is, you know, you figure when they started making this game, like, what type of graphics are they going to have? I feel it's, like, outdated at this point unless they've gone back and redone it for, you know, new-gen consoles, or we're going to get outdated graphics on, like, a PS4, PS5, Xbox One, whatever. And at that point, it's kind of like, why?
I'm sure that regardless, it's going to look good, because even, like, now, because this was originally based off of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Right. I know.
Even for that time period, that like graphics in that game were fucking gorgeous. So even if they like used the next gen version of it that they used in like Syndicate or something or Origins,
Yeah.
It's gonna
My
look
worry
good.
is
We're just never gonna get it.
my thing is like what Blade mentioned in chat is the whole Duke Nukem issue. Like with the Duke Nukem Forever, like by the time it released, it was just so outdated graphics. It just wasn't good.
I mean,
That's my worry.
we have the 50-50 of games in the longest release periods in the world. It's like Duke Nukem Forever, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, at least Kingdom Hearts 3, like, that's Square. They can't release like a game graphics wise that looks garbage.
You got another one to throw in the ring there?
No, real quick. Actually, I need to go right now.
Okay.
So have a good night, everybody. I'll send you the subscriber and stuff. But
Okay.
love y'all.
He's got work
Alright.
things.
Yeah.
Moose is needed. He needs to help out the
Yeah,
Daily
on
Bugle
call
right
life.
now.
He needs to get pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah. He's got to edit the next Daily Bugle episode. So
Yeah.
you know how it goes. But yeah, no, it's the duality between the two. It's like, are we gonna get good version of game that's taken forever or bad version of game that's taken forever? And at this point, like, Sea of Thieves keeps going so far ahead into like the pirate game world and kind of just taking it over that do we need Skull and Bones? Is anyone
That's-
going to be interested in it after this?
That was my question, because at this point, I'm thinking, what's the drive to keep pushing this game for release?
Yeah. And
it's
like
been-
the biggest issue is their own. It's their own
Right.
fault.
It's been 10 years since it got to alpha, and delay after delay.
And it's mainly due to shifting in leadership. I mean, they've had 3 creative directors from this since it started. Like, most of the current and former employees are saying that it was just due to management, mismanagement, reboots, and their creative vision kept changing. So, I mean, they're at least admitting that it was their own fuck up.
And I could have understood if it was last year, because last year was a year of delays. I mean, everything got delayed last year because of COVID. But this has been going on much, much longer than that. And
Yeah, this
it's
has been
just-
since 2013.
right. So I'm
Yeah.
like, why continue? Why? What's the drive to keep this, trying to push this to the finish line?
Yeah, and even in the article, they even one of the current developers compared this whole shenanigans to Anthem and its rocky start, and that how it was due for a reboot, and then they just didn't. So like they're even comparing this to Anthem. So I hope that's not the case. I hope it doesn't end up that way, because I know a lot of people have been wanting it and waiting for it.
I wonder if there are any other games that Ubisoft have canceled. I know Xbox did away with Scalebound, and I'm like, what goes into just when you finally say, when a company finally says, all right, we're just gonna nix this, and that's enough.
Yeah.
When it
When
ends
do you
up
say that it's
costing
costing us too much money?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
that's the big
10
part of
years
it.
has it been costing you too much money? Even this hasn't been in development.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think the initial budget was like 120 million.
Part of me always worries that when it comes to game development, like how much do they actually pay these these creators and developers before a game's release? Like, is that why they can delay games so long? Is because they're not really paying people a certain amount until the game releases? Like, how does finances
Kind of.
get controlled for that type of thing?
So a lot of
Yeah.
it is done where they'll get paid like a set wage for the game's like development in general, and then most of their bonuses and things come after the release, like after the actual set
Yeah.
kind of like payments afterwards, which is why a lot of the dev stuff after like Cyberpunk came out, they're like, no matter what happens with the release of this game and how like poorly things go afterwards, we're still gonna pay our devs what they earned.
Yeah. Well, I'm crossing my fingers though. At least that maybe it'll go better than they think.
Can hope.
No,
Maybe.
I think they
I
just
mean,
need to let it go.
It's an alpha. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if it gets to beta or not anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's been 8 years.
Somebody in the alpha needs to have the balls to stand up and be like, "This
Pull the
game
plug.
sucks." Yeah, just do away
Take
with
him
it
off
now.
of life support.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, you know. Plus,
Decaf says they're obligated to release the game because of a deal made with a Singapore government.
yeah, that's what I was saying
I
in
mean,
the
it made
article as well.
sense.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
requires a company like Ubisoft to launch a new title due to the number of subsidies it hands out.
Plus
So
the amount of,
basically,
like,
they have no choice. But hopefully, it does well and doesn't
that's
like
what-
crash and burn at release.
I was like,
Right,
they
so
probably also had to get licensing for certain parts of where the game was going to take place and different kinds of like things that are going to be within the game. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with that too.
So that's why
Yeah.
they're pushing for a release after 10 years.
Yeah, they have no choice. But hopefully, like I say, it won't crash and burn. But you know,
It's gonna suck.
I don't
calling
say
it.
that.
I'm calling it now.
Hopefully you eat your words in a nice way.
I
In a
still
nice
really
way.
want it to be good solely because I loved Black Flag just so much. So that's the only thing that I have writing on. I want it to be good.
Let's call it
Yeah.
what it is. It's a money grab. Black Flag did well, and they're trying to shoot for more of a cash grab. So it's gonna suck.
So
Well,
positive.
I mean, that's what they did with what was it? Assassin's Creed Rogue. That was the money grab on top of that, and it. So apparently it was actually a really good game, but no one bought it because they were like, "Why?" It was in between the console gen shift,
Yeah.
so no
Yeah.
one was like, "I'm gonna buy a PS3 game when I have a PS4 instead."
Yeah.
Should have made it backwards compatible.
Should have made it backwards compatible.
That would have been an option.
Hmm.
Well, we'll see.
Yep.